Problem 8. A carpenter leans an extension ladder against a house. So in our picture we should enhance it and label. This is the ladder, and it's getting leaned up against this house. Okay. And therefore I can conclude that this would be the ground. And if I keep on reading, it says it's got to reach some window. Great. And it tells me it's 30 feet. I got that. And yep, there's the ground. So it says, shown in the diagram below, the ladder makes a 70-degree angle. Awesome, we have that. And then they say to the nearest foot. So I'm solving for a side. Determine and state the length of the ladder. What we want to know is the length of this ladder. And if I look at my 90-degree angle, that's going to tell me that my ladder is the hypotenuse. The other thing that I have is this 30 feet over here, which is opposite our reference angle. So we got to use a trig function that uses the opposite and hypotenuse. And since I'm finding a sine, that's going to be normal trig. That's going to be sine of my angle 70 will equal the opposite 30 divided by the hypotenuse x. And use the x's in the denominator this time. So what's kind of neat is, yeah, you could do the cross multiplication and such and such. If that's what you're comfortable with, I encourage you to go with it. But here I'm just going to show you a trick here that these terms are interchangeable. I can swap them. The laws of math allow me to do that. And here's an example as to why. All right, this is not related to the problem, but 1/2 is the same as 3/6. You can ask a calculator if you're really not sure, right? 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, and 3 divided by 6 is also 0.5. They're equal. And what's really going to happen is, I just want to show you this 2 and 3. I can swap their locations, or you know what? I'll do it the exact same way. This 1 and 6, I can swap their location. 1 times 6 is 6 if you're reading it that way, or we could read it the other way. 6 times 1 is still 6. And that's why when you've got a proportion, you can exchange the denominator and the numerator from opposite fractions. You can kind of just swap them, and it's still true. This statement, 6 divided by 2, well, that's 3, and 3 divided by 1, that's 3. That's still true. And why this algebra or this arithmetic trick that we're doing works is here it's not useful to have x in my denominator. It'd be really nice if I could get the sine of 70 to swap places with x, which I just saw I'm mathematically allowed to do. So I can rewrite it like that, and now it's x equals 30 divided by the sine of 70. And that makes my life so much easier. I can just go, oh, calculator, 30 divided by the sine of 70, it's 31.925. And they want me to round to the nearest foot, so that's, and either that's going to round up to 32. And if you did the proportion method, cross multiplying and such, you'll see you get the same thing. But that's a shortcut. You can always swap that cross multiplication. You can just alternate their positions. Trick of the trade there.